This morning, we are past the 2-month mark since Senate Bill 5, also known as the Dog Bill of Rights, went in effect.
Sunrise reporter Victoria Balderrama is joining us now live in the studio. Victoria, good morning. How is the law being enforced?
Good morning, and if you remember, I first talked about this law when it went into effect. That was January 18th. Animal advocates say this law is a huge step for the state as a whole, so I followed up with Animal Care Services to find out how exactly it's being enforced.
I would say on average our cruelty team, they're probably getting about 5 to 10 warrants a month, just depending on how busy they are.
Officials say that team is made up of 2 animal control officers who deal with the more serious cases involving animal cruelty. But animal control field officers are also giving tickets for offenses.
So that the citation will go to the court?
They're issuing well over 100 citations a month on average.
The law also requires pet owners to provide proper shelter for outdoor dogs, and heavy chains can no longer be used to restrain them.
If the animal is improperly tethered, if it doesn't have microchip, if it doesn't have rabies, anything that is an ordinance they can issue a violation for, they will issue a citation as a means of education.
Anytime there is a call for neglect, the cruelty team will investigate. Scarborough says if the dog owner is not compliant and it calls for more action, the officers will apply for a warrant and build up a case.
And I would say over the past year, from day to day, we've had maybe about 200 cases filed.
Municipal Court Judge Jackie Chapa says while she's been in her position, there has also been a city ordinance requiring people to be responsible for their pets. And violations are treated like any other court case.
It can be testimony, it can be witnesses' statements, so say maybe they had a neighbor call in or somebody else call in and they're giving them that statement.
Once it ends up in municipal court, a citation for violating the Corpus Christi ordinance means you must appear in court.
The most severe punishment is a fine only, and it is a maximum of $500, and it would be per animal.
Judge Chapa says this law is being enforced at court hearings through convictions, paying fees, and probationary periods. Those convicted can have their case reviewed after they meet those conditions. And Animal Care Services has resources for you to learn more about animal care and all the laws and ordinances it enforces. Visit christv.com to find a link to those resources. Reporting in the studio, Victoria Balderrama, KRIS 6 Sunrise.